Bula, I'm Wame. Join me every weekday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on The Center Show with classic hits from the 70s as well as the 80s right here on Gold FM.
On FBC News tonight, public reaction on proposed minimum wage rate. Mini hydro system proposed for Taviuni. And more new equipment for Land Transport Authority. Good evening and welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. First up, 2 men will be produced at the Suva Magistrates Court on Monday, charged with allegedly defrauding the Education Ministry of close to $60,000. The transactions are alleged to have taken place between April last year to June this year. The first accused is a 33-year-old clerical officer and has been charged with 68 counts of falsification of document. The second accused, a 27-year-old casual worker, has been charged with 43 counts of obtaining financial advantage by deception. It is alleged the first accused raised false vouchers together with bus fare ticket summaries under the name of the second accused, claiming the 27-year-old was providing transport services to the students of a primary school. Altogether, accused number 1 then allegedly raised 43 cheque payments amounting to $59,403.80 drawn from the Permanent Secretary of Education drawings account. Both are currently in police custody. The man accused of causing the death of a 49-year-old woman near Fulton College in Wainimbuka, Tailevu earlier this week was produced at the Nosori Magistrates Court yesterday. Chuta Vengaravione is charged with 1 count of causing death by dangerous driving. He has been bailed with the sum of $1,000 and warned to report to the Nambua police station on the last Saturday of the month. He has been ordered not to change his residential address, not to re-offend whilst being on bail, and not to interfere with police witnesses. The matter has been adjourned to 11th of November. The new proposed minimum wage rate of $2.32 announced yesterday has been widely welcomed. The proposed rate is the result of an extensive survey by National Minimum Wage consultant Dr. Mahendra Reddy. Ritika Pratap took to the streets today to see what the people had to say.
For too long, low-income earners have called for an increase in wages. And after years of lobbying, it seems their calls are finally being heard. So what does the public think?
Labor rate from starting from the 350 is a good because the 350 is starting price. 350, $3 or 350.
So $2.32 is not enough.
No good rate.
We'll need more than that, but for now, we can care for us.
I thank the government for this minimum wage. I think it's good for the workers. So now workers can be able to earn a lot more for their families with this minimum wage.
It is very much better because, the price of everything has gone up. And if it's been implemented, it is very much better.
Meanwhile, stakeholders have also called for stricter monitoring mechanisms so that the new proposed wage rate is followed by all.
There's something else that's come up in the study is that a lot of the workers now are actually earning less than the sectorial wages, set wages. So there is a compliance issue that we also have to deal with in Fiji.
The issue here is compliance, and this has been the issue all along. And I would urge the authorities to put more emphasis on compliance. Clients need to be vigilant, they need to get out into the field and find these employers who pay below the minimum wage.
The Labour Ministry has stated that a framework will be developed to regularly review the national minimum wage based on the social and economic factors provided for in the ILO Minimum Wage Fixing Convention. The first minimum wage set will be used as a reference point for future possible adjustments. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Fijian Prime Minister Bainimarama has met with the Russian Federation's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sergei Lavrov, for talks on further progressing bilateral relations between the two countries. They were meeting for the first time today since Prime Minister Bainimarama's historic week-long official visit to Moscow on 27th of June this year. The meeting was an opportunity to follow up on agreements reached at the leaders' meetings in Moscow and to put in place arrangements for the implementation of these agreements. Russia and Fiji bilateral relations have been strengthened through regular interaction at high levels of government, and the Prime Minister said Fiji looks forward to commencing the 40th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations with Russia in January 2014. The people of Taveuni will benefit immensely if work goes ahead on the construction of a proposed mini hydro system in Somosomo, says the Tuidakau Ratunaingama Lalabalavu. He told the government team and mini hydro contractors that the proposed development has been a long time coming. Eleanor Turangaiviu has more.
More than 30 years ago, the idea of having a hydro on the island of Taveuni was first discussed. However, it did not materialize until now.
We are so happy that within the 45 days of signing of the final papers in Suva that work should commence in Taveuni. We are ready to.
Most homes spend $100 a week on fuel for their generators in order to get electricity.
Electricity is one of the main things that will upgrade the potential of industry. This will bring more industry and investment into the village.
While some homes have generators, others still use candles and lanterns. Soon they will have a more sustainable and reliable source of power.
These were the lights in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Now we're in the new millennium, we're still in the dark. And with the mini hydro coming to hand, I think this is going to be a great relief and advantage to the people of here in Somosomo.
It's expected that the mini hydro will take 16 months to build. Eleanor Turangaiviu, FBC News.
Just a week after it's bought its portable scale, the Land Transport Authority has bought in 2 more new gadgets. Mika Longa with the story.
This is one of the newest gadgets the LTA has purchased. Bought from New Zealand, the traffic counter counts the number of vehicles that travel on our roads.
As you can see now, vehicles are going, and whenever they reach this pipe, it triggers the number of the vehicle that crosses along this pipe. It indicates in this device, which is called the traffic counter. What this means that we can actually have the exact volume of traffic that we can determine and know that travels on the road on a daily basis.
The data captured by this machine will be shared between the LTA and the Fiji Roads Authority. This is another gadget the LTA has also purchased from New Zealand. The hydraulic portable ramp will be distributed to Mba and Taveuni, where the LTA has been hiring privately owned ramps to carry out its inspections.
It can be used anywhere, at any time. We just have to take it and build it, assemble, and we can dismantle it at any time.
These new initiatives by the LTA is basically to bring about greater efficiency in the way it does things. Mikalonga, FBC News.
Just ahead, hundreds flock to Bula FM's Butupala.
How would you like to spend your morning? You could spend your morning like this. Or you could spend it like this.
Tune in to the Morning Ride every weekday morning from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. right here on Today FM, Today's Hit Music.
Nimbula, methango nimilote na isoro tambua. Nama kia umina rua kina ona na veka vi moniti kina wakarambuka. Rongo mena via sama kina viva ka barota kini ndreko malolo. Ena Radio Fiji 1 na wongani pia niano. Ngai nama kia kina.
Welcome back to FBC News. A Chinese company is working on setting up a new cement block factory near Moana village on the banks of the Rewa River. Epeli Tukuwasa reports.
Many will be wondering what's going on at this site past the Tonga crossing in Nosuri. A new cement block factory will be built here by China Development Company. Commissioner Central Laisenia Tuitumbau says environment impact assessment has already been done.
They're trying to make the proposal for a block making machine factory there. They will try to build a factory there to make concrete blocks. All the process and the policy towards getting into that factory has been completed, and now we are waiting fisheries report.
Tuitumbau says this project will benefit the people living along the river bank and also the government. He says the company will dredge sand for its raw material, which will assist in maintaining the depth of the river.
After the company has followed all the policies and process to the government, it will be a free dredging for the river. They have signed MOU with the landowners.
China Development is waiting the report from the Ministry of Fisheries and also the license to be granted before their operation starts. Epeli Tukuwasa, FBC News.
Providing the best health care to everyone is just one of the government's priorities. And to ensure this is done, the Health Ministry is now looking to get in more medical staff as well as replenish its supplies in every hospital and health centre in the country. Epeli Tukuwasa once again.
The public can expect better health services as the Ministry of Health continues to recruit more medical officers.
Our nursing numbers have gone up from 1,500, we're standing at 2,200 now. And in another 5 years, it will be 3,200. So we're taking in 200 nurses from next year, student nurses, to improve our workforce.
Dr. Neil Sharma says more doctors will be taken in to fill vacancies in hospitals and health centers.
As the doctors, the good news is, after all this effort, next year there will be 74, 75 interns joining from both the schools. So our numbers will go right.
The shortage of medication has always been a concern, but assurances have been given that this too is being fixed.
And I'm working tirelessly with my team to ensure that consumables, linen and medication is not going to be short. So I will not tolerate any shortfalls.
Another shipment of medical equipment and medicine is expected in the country shortly to further improve health services in Fiji. Epeli Tukuwasa, FBC News.
Meanwhile, the Health Ministry received 128 multi-slicer CT scanner machines yesterday, valued at $2.3 million. Chief Radiologist at the CWM Hospital, Dr. Paula Nakambea, says these machines will greatly assist them in diagnosing patients with quicker results. Health Minister Dr. Neil Sharma says they are now looking forward to acquiring more equipment.
But we're looking forward to additional equipment and funding for equipment so that you and I can work better. The purpose is that we serve our people better.
The new multi-slicer CT scan machine is capable of quickly scanning and identifying illness within a person, and the ministry is now confident that patients can know of the results of their scan within minutes. There has been a lot of interest in recruiting university graduates for employment in hotels and resorts. Events such as the USB Careers Fair provide a platform for graduates to extend their career from theory to actual work in the tourism industry. Akasita Tale was at the event hosted by Intercontinental Fiji today.
This is different from an open day or from a careers expo. The fair brought together hotel representatives from all over Fiji to interview and identify graduates and give them opportunities to start their career in the industry.
A lot of hotels are now providing graduate trainee programs, which is good because it means that they can select their graduates at the beginning, take them through, and then there's much more of a commitment on their part to actually provide better jobs for them later.
Quite often, employers go to schools to look for a specific graduate. Yesterday, some were lucky, while for others, it was a learning experience.
Something like 2/3 of the students will actually get jobs as a result of their experience. Even if they don't, the employers don't want them now, they may say, look, we've got your names and addresses, go out, get a bit of experience and then come back.
This is Senivasu, a third-year student who was recruited by Sofitel Resort from last year's fair.
At USP, they teach us the theory of tourism, but when you actually go into the industry, it's totally different.
More than 50 third and final year students from the hotel management program were at the fair yesterday. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
More than 50 youths turned up to the first auditions for Fiji's Dancing Superstar that was held at Nandi Civic Centre today. This is one of Fiji's very own talent shows that's set to be similar to the American Idol. The auditions will run every Saturday for 8 weeks around the country in search for the best 12 contestants. Dance styles vary from hip-hop, freestyle, classical Indian dance and meke. It's open for 10 to 21-year-olds ranging from individual to a maximum number of 5 in a group. Nandi's Tutti Frutti owner Sandeep Narayan is introducing Fiji's Dancing Superstar to encourage youths and the younger generation to exhibit their talents. Hundreds flocked to Nandi's Prince Charles Park last night to be part of Bula FM's Butupala. Bula FM is one of 6 radio stations of the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation. It was a night of dancing and celebrations as some of Fiji's top musicians, with the likes of Chale Mariau, Danrako Moana and Savunu Delai Lomai, performed live on stage. The event featured the top 5 local artist hit songs that's being played on Bula FM, and the crowd also got to meet their favorite Bula FM personalities. In sports news ahead, Neita Siri successfully defends Fairbrother Trophy.
Isambol binaka, nadango wadi sori ndalai, nama kio mani wasini ngono borota kina lali ne kabi, maina tolu kina bitu, moni tingina por rombuka, Bula FM, na bandu na serre.
सूरज की पहली किरण के साथ दिन की शुरुआत कीजिए। सुबह का मंगल प्रभात आपको शुभ हो। सुबह सुबह हो खुशियों का मेला, ना लोगों की परवाह ना दुनिया का झमेला, पंछियों का संगीत हो और मौसम अलबेला। मुबारक हो आपको ये खूबसूरत सवेरा। हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक सुबह 6 से लेकर 9 बजे तक शामिल रहें रेडियो फिजी 2 पर हम सफर में रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।
In FBC Sports, Neita Siri has successfully defended the Fairbrother Trophy after drawing with Nandi 25-all this afternoon at the ANZ Stadium in Lothala Bay. Both teams were evenly matched in the opening half, with the tackles coming in hard and brutal. Tempers flared on both sides, resulting in both teams being reduced to 14 men each. Neita Siri pivot Waisel Luveniali once again showed his class in the kicking department, managing a 100% accuracy rate with the kicking tee. Nandi showed glimpses of their counter-attacking brilliance, but it wasn't enough. Neita Siri reclaiming the Fairbrother Trophy with a strong second-half surge and now await their next challenger, Tailevu. The Fiji Rugby Union says it will do its utmost best to see that new Sevens coach Ben Ryan is looked after well. While the union remains mum on the figure involved for Ryan's 3-year contract, FRU says it will use all avenues to ensure the mentor gets the best. However, FRU has not ruled out seeking the help of the state should it be required.
We have not made any established commitment with government in this regard. It's just been FRU trying to explore housing for the coach, for the new Sevens coach. I'm sure that at the right time, government may step in and assist, as it always does for all the sports in Fiji.
The Rosy Hearts Fiji Indoor Rugby Sevens tournament has been hailed a success. Apart from the action on the field, organisers have identified areas that need to be addressed in order to improve the level of competition in this category. Chalindau Zakazaka reports.
After a lapse of 2 years, these players could not be blamed for making a few mistakes on the field. But organisers have set their sights on exposing these ruggers to more game time.
Looking at the games and the level of fitness, we're getting there. Development-wise, there's a lot of work to be done, and hopefully that we'll be able to get more support for other team tournament organisers, that they can introduce the Fijian Indian category again, so that we'll be able to develop well in rugby.
Hopefully this tournament is the first of many in order to improve the players' skills and knowledge of the game.
It's good to see them driving it up again so that they can liven it up. But I hope that once the momentum starts rolling, that they'll keep on going.
Meanwhile, Wainipula Eels have stamped their mark as the dominant team after defeating Nakasi Highlanders in the final. Tsalendo Dakadak, FBC Sports.
Former Fiji and bar soccer great Farooq Janiman has passed away. The popular barman died in his home last night, which has shocked the football fraternity 2 weeks out from the court's IDC. Known as the Cunning Fox during his playing days, Janiman was with the Fiji Football Association Development Unit based in Ba. Apart from having a colourful playing career, he also coached a number of teams around the country, including national teams. Janiman was laid to rest at Yalalevu in Ba this afternoon. Taking a look at weather, fine weather was experienced in all major centres today. And the temperature charts revealed that Lambasa was the warmest today, recording 32 degrees at 4 this afternoon, while Savu Savu was the coolest on 27 degrees. And as for tomorrow, you can expect the fine weather to continue. Now for the further outlook, the weatherman is predicting more sunshine. However, for mariners, a strong wind warning remains in force for Kandavu and Vatuira passages, Yasawa and Mamanuza waters, southwest Viti Levu and northern Vanua Levu waters. That's your news for tonight, but before we go, the headlines again. 2 men to appear in court on Monday charged with allegedly defrauding the Education Ministry of close to $60,000. The public welcomes proposed minimum wage rate of $2.32 and mini hydro system proposed for Taviuni. To the poll question now, and we ask, is Ben Ryan the best choice for Fiji Sevens? Visit www.fbc.com.fj to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos. Email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj. That's FBC News for tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow.
नमस्ते दोस्तों, मिर्ची रफ्तार से मैं अश्निल सिंह। शामिल हो जाइए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे फ्रॉम 3 to 7 PM।